Hey, we're back at it again. Thanks for joining us. Here's a quick question for you. What do you call a show that's all about you? We call it Pink Coconut Television. Welcome to it. He's a rapper, singer, dancer, actor, and he kills giants. Tonight we find out what these giants are. Also, she's a mother and inspiration to everyone who wants to lose weight. And she's a bodybuilder. Her story is not to be missed. And she's back because we have no idea what to do with her. And of course, there's me. Welcome to Pink Coconut Television. Welcome to the show. Let's meet tonight's panel. With me at the desk, we have Donelle Petelo, we have Giantkilla, and Sana, you're still here. Donelle, if we start with you, bodybuilding, we'll build to that. But first, tell us a bit about yourself. You know, where did you grow up? What was childhood like for you?
Yeah, grew up in West Auckland. Obviously, my mum was a solo mum, so we got fed all sorts of good things like pies and 8 bits of toast when we got home from school, and we were always at a rush, and pretty much lived on a farm and had horses. So, yeah.
As a young boy, I had posters up on my wall. I had Arnold Schwarzenegger and as Conan and all his characters. I had Lou Ferrigno, I had Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, and I had professional wrestlers, all bodybuilders, looking buff. Did your wall look similar? Is that how you got into bodybuilding?
No, it wasn't actually. I had Jason Presley and Dylan from Beverly Hills 90210 on my wall.
Nice. They're not that buff. They're not that buff.
And I wrote notes to get out of PE and never did exercise, so there you go.
Wow.
So how did you get into bodybuilding?
I think pretty much I ended up quite heavy. So I was always probably bigger than all my friends at school, and then I ended up at 93 kilos. And that was when one day a friend came around who I was embarrassed to see, and I thought, okay, I've got to do something about this, and never ever thought of bodybuilding. I'd never worn a bikini in my life, but I just wanted to lose weight, and that's how my journey started, to losing 37 kilos.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, are there a lot of female bodybuilders who are women? That's what I'm trying to ask. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
The tongue is the biggest muscle in the human anatomy, and she's struggling with hers at the moment. Yeah,
it's just really amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, there is quite a few females. It's probably a lot bigger in Australia.
Okay.
We've got your top few that are quite well known here, and then they kind of change through each year. You see new novices and new people come through.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why bodybuilding? I mean, I understand wanting to lose weight, so you normally join a gym, and that's a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
But bodybuilding, the sport, is something completely different, isn't it?
It is. It's kind of crazy, actually. I worked for a nutritionist who did all my nutrition, and I used to see them come in there, and I was like, oh, I want to compete one day. And she was like, Donelle, you've got another 10 kilos to lose. Let's just talk about that first. So it was kind of from seeing other competitors that I was like, oh, I want to do that. And yeah, I did. Ended up doing my first comp in 2008.
What was the reaction like from friends and family when you first told them, hey, yeah, I'm doing bodybuilding?
Actually, family wasn't very impressed as I kind of went down the path to doing it. Being bottom heavy and having quite big legs, I had to get quite lean. So the first impression is like, oh my God, you look sick, you're skinny. And obviously in your first year, you don't have a lot of muscle, so you do look quite skinny. And yeah, not being able to go out and do things or eat with your family, so you get given quite a bit of flack. Yeah.
Which brings me into this gentleman here, Giantkilla.
Hey everyone.
Bodybuilding is something that...
It's the total opposite of what I do, but yeah, one day I hope to be big. Yeah.
Getting there.
Nearly there. Far from it.
And I guess this is a good reference point, because with music, there's a whole image that you have to keep up with. So what do you do to keep that image?
I just do cardio, bro. I just run. And so coming from that, it's like, woo! And then, yeah, just do cardio, eh?
Don't worry, I do lots of cardio. It's
Oh,
all right.
yes, thank you. Make me feel good about that. But apart from that, it's also fitness is definitely a big thing. Not only just to look good, but when you're on stage as well, if some set your you have to do about 30 minutes, or some stage performances you have to do more than 30 minutes, and the last thing you want to do is after 10 is just to put out on stage and start huffing and puffing, which most of us do anyway. But fitness and being healthy is a big part of the music game as well.
Well, let's take it back to the origins. How did music start for you, and what's the meaning behind Giantkilla?
Okay, cool. Your first question was music. How did I start? Well, obviously, just looking at my frame, I wasn't good at league or rugby. Had 1 or 2 seasons, but I guess my older brothers and other cousins, that was their talent, I guess. But with me, like most people, most Polynesian people, it was always through church. Music was always around, and having your parents take you along to like youth group and stuff. So that was always around, and I was just privileged to have music influences in my home. So I had 2 older brothers, and you name it, man, they used to play stuff that maybe a 7-year-old shouldn't be listened to, but it was good, it was influential, and it kind of opened my eyes into a broader musical genre. Also, my parents, coming from the islands, it was crazy because we used to grow up and they used to have vinyl. So they'd have like different types, from like the Polynesian, like Pacific vinyl, right through to like 1 or 2 Led Zepp records. You name it, we had a whole like jukebox in our home. So I was just lucky to have that. My middle name's David. So Giantkilla comes from the story of David and Goliath. So I believe, as also like Donelle would understand too, we all face our own type of giants and our own challenges every day. And that's where I come from. I kind of try and push that positive look on that. So yeah, killing your giants. So yeah.
I think it's kind of ridiculous that we have a bodybuilder sitting amongst us and you're hiding the guns, so to speak. I'd love to reveal my guns, but I think our frames are too small. This is gonna sound real dodge, but can I get you to take your jacket off?
Yeah,
and,
sure.
and,
Oh,
and
wow.
just
I'm excited.
yeah.
And then that's like, awesome.
There you go.
And just give us a bit of a
I'll do a figure.
wow.
That's a 10.
10.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
20.
See,
20.
it's hard for me to take this off, but Sana, you've got no sleeves. Can we just do a comparison?
Wow! Wow!
Big guns or what?
Yeah. That's a 10. That's a 10.
It's bigger than yours.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
Now, you were saying earlier, you getting into bodybuilding was prompted after you met a friend, and you were just like, what is this friend seen a huge change in your body shape?
She was actually seeing a nutritionist, and she turned up and saw me and was like, oh, you should see my nutritionist, she can change your whole body. And I was like, okay, book me in. So that's how it began.
And if we're totally honest, were you like looking at her, oh really?
I was looking at her going,
Really?
like the 3-minute infomercials on TV, come on.
Oh, man.
So yeah, I kind of thought, oh yeah, it's too good to be true, really. But I did it for 5 months and didn't cheat once, and I lost 37 kilos.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Just gonna clap. That's amazing.
So getting into this program, into this routine, what was the hardest part for you? Because I guess everyone's individual journeys is different.
Probably training, because I had never been in a gym. Like, I was the type that never did PE, never did sports.
You grew up in a farm though, you said, didn't you chase?
Yeah, but it was like, no, the farm was across the road and I rode a horse and that was about it. But no, never ever was a sporty person. I think cross country at primary school when I was about 8 was my last time I trained before that. So yeah, it was probably the training for me, and also the amount of weight that I had to lose and the damage that 3 kids do to your body, really.
Right, because you're a mother as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So what effect does your training regime have on family time?
I am up every single morning at 4:45 a.m. and I'm back by 7:30, so it takes no time out of my family time, really. Yeah.
Wow. Do you have to document everything? Like,
Yes.
oh, I ate a carrot stick.
Yeah, I have a food diary. Yep, honestly, I have a diary from everything I've eaten since my last comp in my phone, actually.
Oh, wow. That's intense.
Yeah.
Mate, if I had a diary like that, massive, be like a Bible, and that's just for breakfast. So now I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on this, because seeing a female bodybuilder, being female yourself, does that make you go, ooh, I'm not too sure, or does that kind of inspire you to maybe want to pursue it?
Well, my cousin, she's done bodybuilding, so I've always known about it quite a bit, and I think it's quite cool. What I want to know is, how do you get the tan on? Like, do you put it on? Is it like cream that you put on?
That's like,
because that's really like intense.
yeah.
Tan.
So you tan the night before, and it's like 3 to 4 layers of a horrible tan, pretty much. And then on the day, you put a cream all over you that is even darker again.
Oh wow.
So it's not your husband going, oh.
Yeah, no. In fact, I look browner than him at comp. It's like, So even he has to have 3 coats. So on stage, all your definition and everything shows up. Like if you saw me in the street like that, you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think bodybuilding's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's good for women to get out there, not just men. Girls can do it too.
I mean, Giantkilla talked about the giants he had to kill to pursue his dream.
Yeah.
Some of your giants, I guess, must have been the stereotypes that come with bodybuilding, let alone female bodybuilding.
Yeah. To some people, they don't like it. They think it looks quite masculine. And being bigger, bottom heavy, I could have easily been in that next division, which is physique. And that's without your kind of heels and not so girly look. So my goal is not to, I think I'm muscly enough now. I don't ever want to go across the figure line and go into physique. That's not me. But I also now, even like this, could probably come in at the end of physique. So it's a bit of a, I definitely have no goals to get massive and be like that. I just like the toned, muscly look now, but still stay feminine.
When you go into competition, are all the contestants sharing the same dressing room?
Yes.
So do you guys psych each other out before you guys go on stage?
I actually...
And like, do you walk past one of your competitors go, geez, your calves are small? You know,
I'm sure some of them do, and you kind of, if you know who's in your class, you will check them out and go, oh, she's got good legs, or on the day it's quite scary. But I seriously stay in, like the comp I just did, I was in my Adidas tracksuit completely covered up for about 6 hours till I went on stage. And it wasn't until I took my tracksuit off, some of the novice girls were like freaking out. So it's kind of, I do that, whereas other girls will walk around in next to nothing all day, kind of, yeah.
Do you psych other artists out when you...
Nah, man, I'm the nice guy, bro. I'm the nice guy. I wave it friendly, and then when I get on stage, I let that do the talking, yeah. Similar to her, how she wore that for 6 hours. That's my wearing that for 6 hours, and then, get on stage and smash it up like that.
So do you get a similar reaction when you're on stage doing your thing?
I hope so.
That's a
I
guy
hope I
trying to
do.
hug me.
I hope I do. Sana, do I get that same reaction?
Yeah.
There you go. So,
I think a lot of ladies want to know what the situation is. Are you a bachelor or are you...
Yes, I am a bachelor.
Look at the camera and say it again.
I'm a bachelor. I'm single. Yeah. So, yeah.
Donelle, your role at White Potato involves home consults for nutrition?
Yeah, I did a seminar there with the whole group, and then from that seminars led to home consults with individuals that wanted to kind of carry it on. So at the seminar was basic, and then they've come to me for further weight loss and things like that. So I've had some good results through them, yeah.
Well, how can you not listen to someone who looks that good, eh? Because it's obviously working, sign me up, whatever it is.
And I can be scary, so I'm only nice the first week.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you muck around, so I get results.
Sana.
I'm just wondering, because I just started training as well.
Yes.
No, I actually have, like seriously, I have. And so what food is good for us to be eating at the moment, like that we think is good, but we shouldn't be eating?
Yeah, I hate to tell people they shouldn't be eating certain things, because it's kind of a bodybuilding diet and a normal person diet is very different.
Oh, okay.
But basically it's based on having the right amount of calories in your diet, the right amount of protein and carbs. A lot of Pacific Islanders love bread. Yes. So I get people going, 2 pieces, but I eat a whole loaf. And at the end of the day, you can only get, depending on what your goal is, lose weight or get ripped on a certain amount of food. So just having that correct amount of protein some people don't like to use supplements like protein powder,
Yeah.
but it's actually a cheaper way of getting 20 grams protein into your body than a can of tuna. It's about $1.40 a serve per 360. So it would be all dependent on your weight as to how much calories you would be on. Yeah.
I can picture people at home right now with their sandwich going, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
But it is one of those things, when you start, you got to see it through. You can't just go, 2 weeks here, I'm off to the islands.
Yeah, exactly. And your whole perspective changes. You get used to doing it and you actually begin to enjoy it. And now that's kind of how I eat anyway. So, it's quite normal for me.
When you're performing on stage as Giantkilla, what's probably the most revealing outfit you've worn?
Gold G-string.
What was that? Sorry, can we turn your mic up, please? The most revealing, oh man, I don't know. I think it's more cultural performances, bro. That's the most revealing I've ever done, which is just a lava and nothing on top, and just that's about it really. But
then the lava comes up.
Don't lie, your lava dropped it and it fell.
So it's nothing like
no,
the bikinis.
Unfortunately, no. I don't have big legs or anything like that. So,
because I still find it hard to believe you don't own a bikini even now.
No.
Really?
No.
Neither do I.
I don't.
So
I can lend you my stage one.
Oh man.
So when do you, at what stage or body shape do you think, okay, now I feel comfortable, I'm going to buy myself a bikini? Or is that something that's just going to drive you?
It's crazy because I've gone from a size 16 where at 93 kilos I never thought like that. And now that I'm a size 8, I just don't wear a bikini. And I think it's because you've been to the lowest of lows that you begin to like that, and it's not normal. You cannot maintain a stage weight. So then you see yourself in a bikini, even when you're lean, and you're like, oh my God, I look, competitors do have that, oh, I look big. Whereas to anyone else, you wouldn't. So it's a hard one. I might buy one this year though, for summer.
Are there any female bodybuilders that you look up to that inspire you when you're working out?
To tell you the truth, I probably don't follow. I kind of inspire myself to get better and better each year. I've been top 3 in New Zealand for quite a while. There's another girl that was at the top with me who has an amazing physique, but it's just bettering myself. Like I've had to work on my legs really hard for 4 years, stuff like that. So it's just, really on my own competition. I don't follow a lot of the sports, to tell you the truth.
Is that similar with you? I mean, are there artists that you aspire to be like, or are you self-motivated like Donelle?
Self-motivated, but definitely Michael Jackson is like the biggest influence and the biggest inspiration in my whole musical career. So I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm gonna aim to try and be like Michael Jackson at least. Apart from that, like that's that level. But with our team, with our Groove House team, we kind of inspire each other and we build each other. And it's kind of like we shut the whole world out, and we try and work on our own kind of nucleus and our own formula, and so far so good. But definitely outside it'll be Michael Jackson. So the minute like my car will get swarmed with 1 million Japanese fans, then I know that I've made it. But I'm far from it. That's for sure. So so similar to the now as well, just cutting off all the other things. And I think sometimes that can distract us when we're too busy looking sideways and everyone's moving before us or they're behind us. Sometimes when you're just focused on what you're supposed to do, you get to your destination faster.
All right, we'll catch up about the GK Nation, the movement that you set up. But first, let's throw to Kat, who's, I don't know what she's doing. What is she spending our money on? Let's find out.
All the funding goes towards your awesome makeup artist, Jandals. Anyway, I thought it was high time I earned some street cred, so I went out to meet a Kiwi music treasure, DJ Greg Harper. People, I'm about to get schooled. What got you into DJing?
It was actually seeing the DMC World Championship videos. So there's a guy by the name of A-Track from Montreal, Canada, and he won the World Championship when he was 15 years old. And at the time, I just was really blown away by what he was doing with turntables. And being that I'd always kind of grown up and been a fan of music. It was just, I saw DJing as a way that I could put that together.
You came second place 2008 in that same competition?
Yeah. So that in the DMC competition, but that was for the national, not for the worlds. Yeah.
When you're at a gig, you know, obviously there's quite a few drunks in the crowd. What's the worst thing a person has done during your set?
During my set, I guess it's just when someone kind of invades your personal space. Yeah. It can get bad where I've had people kind of put their hands over and kind of touch the needles and
smack them?
you try to, you feel a bit stink having to do it, but sometimes you just have to.
What genres do you like to play with, and what genres do you usually avoid?
Sure. So I've always predominantly been a hip hop DJ, but I play R&B and funk and soul and reggae and house, and I'm not a huge fan of country, but it's okay. I'm sure you'll be able to handle that.
Well, maybe I can be the first country DJ. I live in hope. Katrina Lola here for Pink Coconut Television.
Thanks, Kat. Man, if she ever DJs at the club, that club will be empty. She's got no skill. Hey, GK Nation, what's it all about?
GK Nation, pretty much, we started like a little campaign, say about 2011, 2012, and it's just a hashtag, GK Nation. Pretty much what I wanted to do was connect with people that were like-minded and could relate to what I was doing. So for me, it was music, but regardless of whether it be training or sports or even education, killing them giants or, you know, taking over them obstacles, that's what I wanted to do. So what I used to do was I'd put out an inspirational quote that I saw online or whatnot, and I'll just hashtag that. And whoever felt the same would either repost or even just post something of their own and still hashtag. And at the time, I'd never thought it would really grow, and it started with about like 100 people online, and slowly 105, and now we're up to about 2,000 people around the world. And this is 2,000 active people that every day are interacting and tweeting back or hitting me up on Facebook or reposting on Instagram, you name it. So without their support, I'll be honest, I doubt I'd be on Pink Coconut. So thank you to everyone out there that supported our movement, and it's still growing, and that's what it's about, really. It's about giving each other a pat on the back when they've done a small step or 10 steps forward. A step forward is better than not moving.
And I guess that's very similar to the movement. You want people to get off their big anaconda, whatever,
Woo!
and get into fitness, because that's the movement for us to be healthier.
Yeah.
And you do that through the Waiparera Trust?
Yep, so I do work with them, mainly my in-home clients, and see them on a weekly basis, fortnightly, just motivating, inspiring, and pretty much telling them what they need to do. And seeing results is really satisfying too. Like, I've got 50-year-old females that have lost over 30 kilos, and so that's another good thing, yeah.
If they can do it, you know, you can do it as well. Can you give us some simple tips, like, that we can do? We can start.
Get the notepads
home.
out.
Yeah.
The notepads out. This is
Wow.
Get ready.
Alcohol slows your metabolism down by 73%, Jandals. Yeah. And I've seen a few of your Facebook posts, all-nighters.
Wow, she's been doing her research.
So that's the first thing. Just making basic changes. The more protein you have in your diet increases your lean mass. The more lean mass you have in your body will speed up your metabolism. So you want to go more your high protein, lower. No, unfortunately not. Okay.
That's where I was going wrong.
So yeah, and just making small changes like that. If you eat 6 bits of bread a day, cutting it down to 4 or 2, or if you've really got a goal you want to see, then do something like see a nutritionist. It is 80%. They say abs are made in the kitchen. It is true. It is 80% your food. You can train your butt off, but it is what you put in your mouth.
Right. And for those of you who are watching this going, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, can you just show off your guns one more time to the camera?
Sorry.
That is why you should be listening. What can fans look forward to from Giantkilla and GK Nation?
So this year would be, I'd be releasing my sophomore album, so my second album. I'm really excited about that. We've got some awesome collaborations from Aotearoa as well as worldwide. So for Aotearoa, we've got Scribe. So we've got Scribe on there, the Crusader. Also got Awa, the voice of Nija Mystics on there. an old hip hop, well not old, I mean they haven't been on the scene for a while, the Immigrants. So that's a Polynesian group from out west, so big ups to them. And also later on this year, I'll be flying out to Los Angeles and doing a few shows over there and just getting my feet wet overseas. So, I mean, just getting out of the box and taking the risk, I guess, and yeah, just seeing what's out there.
And for more information on Wai Parada, there's a website we can visit?
It's mainly now I just do clients from home, so I've got them coming to my house, and I do have a Facebook page for athletes with healthy recipes and things like that, which is under my Facebook page, Donelle Petelo, and my nutrition is called Me to Muscle.
Just very quickly, I know there are some females, young girls who watch the show mainly because of me, but they're probably wanting, to get into what you do because you're inspiring. Is there a message you'd like to send out to these young girls?
Yeah, probably just that anything's possible. You can change your whole body. You don't have to be genetically blessed. And yeah, it's just hard work, dedication. You can achieve whatever you want. Start in bikini, end up at figure, and go wherever you want with the sport.
I'm inspired to wear a bikini now after that. If you're not, surely. And of course, young musicians who want to make it, any words of advice?
Pretty much just get out there, take a risk. A lot of people tend to stay in the box, get out of the box, break it out, and just be you. That's the main thing. Just make sure you're being you.
It's a nice way to end the show. Thank you so much to my guests for joining me at the desk. Giantkilla is going to jump out of his box and perform for us to end the show. Make sure you join us next week. We'll see you then. We out. Giantkilla!
What's up in Coconut Television? Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday night. Here we are jamming it right here. Big ups to all the guests and having me on the show. And we're just going to have a good time, aren't we? So yes, we're going to jam it like it's a Sunday afternoon. Here we go. Chilling at the park on a Sunday afternoon. Me and the crew just jamming the oldie tunes. And we be sipping on a few cold drinks to get a buzz. All love and no trouble. Sitting in a circle, everybody be kicking it. The sun right out, ain't no signs of rain. With the stress of the week gone, let's get our grub on. Laughing with the kids in the playground games. And I see the homies parking up, rolling through and flipping a few birds for fun is what they do. And you know it's all about the quality time. And the girls looking fine when they walk through the park too. Can't help but whistle and wave out. Get a few numbers to sort a day out. No clouds in the sky and barbecues in the air. Man, I wouldn't be anywhere else, particularly right here. Summer days, summer nights, get it one time. Celebrating with the family's always a good time. No need to worry, no need to worry. Everything is all sweet, ain't nobody in a hurry to go nowhere. Make the most of the weekend. Food's ready on the table, time to dig in. Chilling out and it's going real smooth. How we do on a Sunday afternoon. Hey, that's right, come on. Waiting for the sun. That's right, Pink Television, right here, direct. Pretty girls and other homies gathered all around. Hey, got the whole crew revving engines in the parking lot, hitting a few switches to make it all drop. Sun going down, now we all packing up with the barbecue covered, but you know it don't stop because it's time to roll out and we cruising. The weekend drive is lined up as we move in, so breezy and it's easy on a Sunday. Having too much fun to stress about Monday. Feel the rim glides through as the rim shine too. Get it right while we all keep it cool. Sweet like the candy paint, we never ride alone. Reminiscing of when we kids and now we grown, because we do it with ease and no problems. Memories are old, always lingering around us and on all the places that we pass by. Toot the horn to somebody, wave out and just say hi. No need to turn the heat up, it's just a meet up with all the homeboys from around the way. And we kicking it together like back in the day. The vibe is still on, everything's okay. So we say goodbye for now and hit the road again. Same time and place, it's all on again. Not long till we link up soon. This is how we do on a Sunday afternoon. Hey, come on, come on. Waiting for the sun to go down. Hey, check it out, come on. Many families, pretty girls, and the homies. That's right.